Hello, Winstad Manor once again. It's time to start building. And, man, Tower City. The Beginner's Guide to Homesteading. Additions. North Wing. Alchemy Tower. Perfect for the aspiring alchemist, this tower edition will give you plenty of space and storage to hone your grinding, mixing, and distilling craft in both comfort and privacy. What's more, when you need a break from brewing potions, you can head to the tower roof to enjoy the view. I mean, it's not like you already built 2 other towers that you could sit on. In fact, look at what you did with your place. The design is so redundant, nothing but towers. For that matter, what on earth would you survey from any of those towers to begin with? Look at your yard! It's totally empty because you've never bothered to build a stable or garden. And don't get me started on the fact that you didn't even build a cellar yet. You know what this means, right? It means it's time for you to finish off this house in one fell swoop, so viewers don't have to watch you foolishly try and prove building in a swamp was a good idea. Alright, so that should be everything. First thing, naturally, after you build a cellar is you go to the mead barrels. I'm gonna have to take some time to collect up all the necessary materials for completing the shrine base. A lot of you have probably noticed over the time that I've been, whenever the buying and selling thing pops up on the screen, that I've, purchased a bunch of, amulets of the divines and whatnot. So, that's the reason why I do it. It's because I need to complete the shrine base, and I'm just like, yeah, there's an amulet of the divine. I'll go ahead and buy that. I don't even know if I need that particular one. Well, I'm almost done filling out the library, too. Got 2 sets of shelves here, which is a lot, but it's still not, it's a good way down the line. Anyways, let's stash some stuff, and then I need to talk to Vald, so. Alright. Vald.
What do you need, Thane?
Vald? What are you carrying on you?
Do you need something from me, Thane? Or can I carry something for you?
Just, take this mace from you. And also, the pickaxe. That should be good. And the bow, too. No weapons on you. That's the whole point. Keep the armor. No weapons. Okay. Thank you, Vald. That's everything. Listen, I've just finished my setting here, and I need someone to take care of it whenever I'm not around. It's been sitting vacant for too long, very prone to being the target of thieves. I would like you to become my steward for Winstad Manor. Are you interested?
I'd be honored to be your steward. You've built a fine steading here.
Well, then, make yourself at home, Vald. Take care of the place when I'm not here. And hang up your mace unless someone comes knocking who really shouldn't be here. I entrust my property to your vigilance. Now, if you'll excuse me, as poorly timed as this is, I'm going to go hunt a dragon and then return to the College of Winterhold. Stay safe, Valdemar. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Now a troll as well? I thought I killed all of you. Isn't it enough that I've frickin' murdered a damn dragon? Idiot. Alright. Not doing a major looting job, so I might as well take everything off of these douchebags. Another dragon soul! Nice! Okay, so naturally I need to come in here and equip Kavazin's Fang. And let's just go ahead and... There we go, okay. Dragon Heart Scales. Got them. They're not actually items that you pick up in the world, so... With all of that done, I'm fairly certain that it's just right up this, Yeah, it should be this way, the route back to the College of Winterhold. I remember taking this route whenever I, first walked over to Sarthal all those episodes ago. Actually, that reminds me of a meme that I saw. It was, like, what is it, college freshman kid or something like that? It's an old meme. You don't really see it anymore. But it was a statement of, just joined the college, now I'm the Archmage. And obviously it's a dig. Jeez, criminy. These saber cats coming out of nowhere and trying to lop my health off. I can only imagine the large hunks of flesh they rip off of you whenever they actually do that jump attack. Anyways, I don't know, like, the meme was obviously a dig at the fact that Skyrim's, quest line for the College of Winterhold is, like, 5 missions long. Which is absurdly short, actually. I think if you actually looked at the list, the missions would be, like, maybe... I think it is actually only about 7 missions long. Sure, there are other tiny little quests here and there, which is actually one of the reasons why I'm here. I want to do some of those tiny, small side quests.
You must be one of those wizards from the college in Winterhold.
Boy, that guard is not winning any awards for her brain power. Oh, look, I'm right outside the College of Winterhold. You must be one of those wizards from the college in Oh my god, idiocy. One thing I have to say, this is really the imposing sight, the College of Winterhold. It's way more impressive looking than the Arcane University from Oblivion. That being said, the Arcane University was a lot more pretty. Alright, Tolfdir should be in here. Ah, yeah, here we go. Tolfdir.
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man hope.
As you are fond of saying, Tolfdir. But listen, I wouldn't have disturbed you in the middle of the night were it not for the fact that I have important updates for you. Most pressing of them all is the disturbance that you notified me of. The one out in Winterhold. I've taken care of it. There shouldn't be any more of a problem. Be certain to keep me abreast of any other developments that I should be aware of.
Excellent news. Were it to have gotten out of hand, it could have become a major problem for the college.
Indeed it could have, Tolfdir. But, now on to more interesting matters. As you counseled me earlier about Kavozin's Fang, I managed to track it down, and then subsequently kill a dragon, and, well, not an hour ago, I carved fresh heart scales off of it. Here's exactly what you needed. They're still warm.
Wonderful, just wonderful. And it's just as I suspected. The energies need to be channeled back through the Nexus a second and third time. And that's it. I certainly think you deserve the first copy of the tome. Use it well.
Fascinating. I'll have to spend some extra time understanding this spell myself, but rest assured, it's in good hands. Keep up the good work, Tolfdir. But if you'll excuse me, I think I'm going to have some discussions with other members of the college.
Mm-hmm.
What? Nothing.
Some days I marvel that you haven't managed to blow yourself up.
What on earth are these two on about? Is that Feralda? Or Niriana? Arniel.
Perhaps we can go another few decades without a disaster. That would be nice.
Well, it would be for the best, Arniel. But magic is, by its very nature, dangerous. On the topic of projects that could potentially go rogue, is there anything you need help with? Any college business of any sort that I could assist with?
You mean the official sort of business? Well, no. No, not really. But I can't help but notice that you're doing quite well for yourself. Rising through the ranks and all. It may not be official, but there is a project I've been working on. I wonder if perhaps you could assist with it.
A project? Well, this wouldn't be of the dangerous stripe, would it?
What? No, goodness no. At least, I don't think so. No, it's just something I'd prefer to keep to myself. Just bring me some Dwemer cogs. I need to examine them for the methods used in forging them. 10 of them should be enough for me to get a better understanding of how they were crafted. That's all I need, all right?
Hold up there, Arniel.
Perhaps we can go another few decades without a disaster. That would be nice.
You just said that, Arniel. Listen, I already have Dwemer cogs on me. 10, in fact. Here. It's exactly what you need, right?
Ah, that's excellent news. This will be most helpful in furthering my research. I'm afraid I can't offer you much right now, but please take this. And perhaps if this is all successful... Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's too early to be getting excited. Still, this is most encouraging. Thank you again. If I require anything else, I shall be sure and let you know.
If you require anything else... Arniel, I'm right here. If you need something, say it.
As a matter of fact, there is something you can do for me. I had retained Enther's services in, acquiring something specific. But now he's refusing to deliver. Could you perhaps speak with him and see if we can come to some sort of arrangement?
Just talk with Enther. Well, that's much more down to Nirn than the last task. So be it. I'll see what I can do.
Uh-huh.
The strange requests that they make. Oh. Well, Enther's right over here. Enther. Hey.
I'm quite pleased that we're back to business as usual.
You and me both, Enther. A smoothly running college without anyone taking close looks is for the best. But that's besides the point. Listen, I'm here on behalf of Arniel. He says you have something that belongs to him.
Oh dear. He's so afraid to talk to me, he's sending you to do it? I should have expected as much. I'm afraid you've been a little misinformed. I have something of mine that I was going to sell to Arniel. With all due respect, Archmage, I'm not in a position to just give this away. I told Arniel what I wanted in exchange for it, and he was unwilling to come up with it. Now, if you're here on his behalf, I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist on my original payment.
Original payment? You're not looking for something as simple as gold, are you?
I have a friend, let's say, who's interested in a staff. A particular one. It's nothing dangerous, so don't worry. I'm not even sure why he wants it, but then that's not really my concern. He's willing to pay for it. The problem is that it'll be a little difficult to acquire, seeing as how it's in the hands of someone who isn't exactly friendly. So you bring that staff back here, and I'll consider it payment for the item Arniel was after.
Ah, the wonders of business. You want a specific staff, Enther. I'll get it for you. Just be good on your end of the bargain when I return. Hey.
I still need some help, if you can spare the time.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I'm here. I did overhear you saying that you were looking for help. But what with?
We're all trying to become better mages, right? Well, I need someone I can practice a few spells on. Nothing dangerous, really. Would you be willing to assist me?
Well, if you need to practice spell casting, why don't you practice on, well, yourself?
No, not that kind of spell. Believe me when I say I wouldn't be asking if it weren't necessary.
Well, I might be inclined to give you a hand, but what would I get out of it?
Well, I simply thought you might wish to help out one of your fellow mages. If that's not enough, I suppose, I have this amulet you could take.
Well, that seems fair payment. What do you need?
Oh, good. I was afraid I'd have to go ask J'zargo. Now, you just stand there. Please hold still, and don't move. There! Now Oh dear. That wasn't supposed to happen. Do you feel all right? You look very, green. I am so very sorry. I went over this again and again, and I was sure it would have better results.
What did you do to me?
I'm not really sure. I think it's just a minor miscalculation on my part. I'm sure it will wear off soon. When it does, you'll be perfectly fine, and then we can try again. In the meantime, I'll see about figuring out what went wrong.
Yeah, you better hope this wears off. I'm going to leave now, before I do something that I'll regret.
I'd better get going.
I mean, it's a fair amount of loot that I'm picking up here. I mean, I'm very surprised that the game decided to respawn this, of all places that they're sending me for this staff, Ilinalta's deep. It's actually a little bit disappointing. There's so many random dungeons out there that I haven't been inside of, you know? Like I've said before, like the first character I played as, I cleared out all the dungeons. I made it a point. It's like if I haven't cleared a dungeon out, I have to go through it. And there are so many dungeons in this game, and here they go and they send me back to one that I've already been inside. Alright. Don't want to get caught. Gotta practice my sneak skill. Now that I'm into the section of the game where it's like, yeah, I'm trying to be sneaky. More so it's more so necessary for the Thieves Guild than it is for the Dark Brotherhood. That being said, there's nothing really demanding that I sneak through most of the game. I mean, it's a little bit like getting into the, like I didn't engage in a lot of magic whenever I was in the Mages Guild the first time through. Like I was pretty much a pure sneak thief, and it was one of those ironic situations where it's like, oh, man, you just phased straight through the door there. It was one of those ironic situations, right, where it's like, oh, hey, look, a warrior walked into the Mages Guild. Let's make him Archmage. That's kind of what it felt like. Oh, man. I will say one thing. It's pretty freeing to be able to come to a dungeon and not feel like I need to walk through every little corner. Ooh, hide. Is a great thing about sneak. Whenever they see you, you just sit in the corner after they see you, and chances are you're gonna end up increasing your sneak skill. If nothing else, you're probably getting experience. Uh-oh. Looks like someone's... Don't... Ah, crap! Okay. Well, might be a good idea to... Come on, unsneak. Yeah, you'll see me burn, whatever, you can say whatever you want. Jeez, this is one durable necromancer. Criminy. You two, get out of here! Stupid adepts and apprentices? Cripe. Talk about being a pain in my ass. Alright. Alright, okay, that's what I came for. 2 staffs. He's a master uber frickin' necromancer. Anyways, we'll just go ahead and grab everything off. There's still going to be a boss level chest in here, but I think what I'm going to end up doing is, like I said, I'm just kind of here. I'm just here for the quest. I'll actually go through to the end and grab the last bit and piece that I need. Well, not even need, but just like, you know that the boss chest, you know, the big fancy chest at the end of the dungeon has actually respawned. So yeah. Since that's respawned and I'm so far into the dungeon, I might as well go through and actually pick everything up out of it. It's just like free loot at this point. This entire dungeon is like under-leveled for my skill, so... Which is unique and different, you know? The number of frickin' death lords that I'm finding in barrows and whatnot. Alright, so... With all of that said... Anything fun around here? Man, these chests are just empty as can be. Okay. Hello?
Perhaps we can go another few decades without a disaster.
Arniel. I wish that I could chat with you right now, Arniel, but I'm in the middle of needing to talk to Enthir. It was one hell of a trip out to the other side of the frickin' map. I tell you... Oh, hey, here we go. Enthir.
I'm quite pleased that we're back to business as usual. There's certainly nothing illicit going on here, Archmage. You can be quite sure of that.
Oh, don't worry, Enthir. I haven't come to ask any unnecessary questions. What I am here for, though, is to give you the staff that you requested. Here.
Well. All right. You delivered on your end, so I'll deliver on mine. Here's the gem Arniel was after. Can't imagine what he expects to do with that. It's warped beyond any ability to capture a soul.
What the...
Perhaps we can go another few decades without a disaster. That would be nice.
Yes, Arniel, as you've said before, you're clearly not a poet. But listen, I've returned with the object Enthir had that you needed. A warped soul gem.
Do you? Wonderful. I was afraid I'd have to give up. And when I'm so close. Thank you for this. I have a great deal of work ahead of me.
Right. I'll just leave you to it then. Hey.
I still need some help, if you can spare the time.
I suppose I could give you another chance. The spell did finally wear off, after all.
Exactly as I said it would. Now, are you ready to try again? I am confident it will work this time.
Yes, but I just want to make one thing very clear. You only have one more chance to get this right.
Good, good. It'll be worth it, I assure you. Okay, now don't move at all. That isn't right. Just wait. I can fix this. Oh no, that's not it at all. Let me try again. This really isn't turning out the way I'd hoped. I'll get it right this time. I swear. There. All better. Well, it all worked out in the end, didn't it?
Okay, listen. We're never going to speak of this. Do you understand?
Agreed. And thank you for your help. You're a good friend.
Right. This has been an unpleasant experience, and I am going to leave before I do something that I will regret.
All right then.
Mages. My god. Every single time I come back to the college, I realize why I left the last time. Whenever I say left, I mean just walked away, which is what I'm doing now. I don't know where I'm going next, but wherever it is, I won't be turned into a cow, a horse, or a dog. By the 9.